address you on. The first one is, of course, the ongoing internal activities of the party that will lead to election of national leaders at the National Delegates Conference that's going to take place on 30th of next month. And then the second issue is basically about the Electoral Commission. We have received a letter from the Electoral Commission, and this letter is instructing the Secretary General to appoint a person that is going to endorse the candidates in the various political parties and organizations. Ladies and gentlemen, as you may be aware, when we are moving towards 2026, political parties do organize to have internal elections, and thereafter they identify candidates, and thereafter we go into nomination of the national elections, or in the national election. Now, Democratic Party is one of such political parties that take internal processes so seriously. And I wish to bring to your attention, ladies and gentlemen, that we started on this process by registering the members. That process got done. The second phase is basically voting or electing from among these members the leaders of the party at all levels. That is the village level, the parish level, the sub-county level, the constituency level, the district level, and eventually at the National Delegates Conference, where we shall vote members of the National Executive Committee. As we speak now, the process of voting or electing leaders at the village level is ongoing, and it has gone, according to the report I get from the National Organizing Secretary, it has gone to 70% complete. So we believe by close of this week, we shall have clocked 100. After that, we shall go to parish, sub-county, and then district, and then lastly, the National Delegates Conference. I would therefore wish to take this opportunity to extend an invitation to all of those that are interested in contesting for any position at any level, as long as the process is still ongoing. Please show interest and then participate. We have members of the Democratic Party that have shown interest to contest for the topmost positions, that is, positions at the National Executive Committee. I would wish to advise them that they should get involved in the processes at grassroots, such that they come when they are embedded in the process. In the Democratic Party, we don't just come out of the blue and then you aspire or to take a political position, but rather we grow through the structures and then we qualify to contest for any position at the National Executive Committee level. We have members who do wish to contest for positions at National Executive Committee. on the contrary of what I've just stated, they instead like causing commotion, like causing propaganda. They like to cause confusion, and some of them do not wish that the processes continue. I wish to advise as follows. If any member is interested, if you're truly interested in serving the party at any level, please work with us. Work with us, work with the party, such that, one, the members can know that you're one of us. Secondly, it makes your life easy, because when you read the DP Constitution, there are certain qualifications that one should have to be a member who qualifies to contest for any political position. You may miss the processes of the party and follow, support. In so doing, it shall help you at the end of the day. The Commission recently sent a letter addressed to the office of the Secretary General. And I think this letter is addressed to all Secretary Generals of political parties that we have. The letter succinctly states that the Secretary General and the political party should appoint a person who shall be responsible for approving the aspiring candidates of that particular political party in the Electoral Commission. Meaning that the political parties are supposed to appoint someone and send that name to the Electoral Commission, such that for purposes of authenticity, that person signs or endorses on the nomination form to prove to the Electoral Commission that indeed the political party in question has agreed that this person be sponsored by that political party on a particular position. Now, to me, I find that this is quixotic, because we all know that the custodians of information, the custodians of party properties are the Secretary Generals. At least for Democratic Party, it's the Secretary General that is the custodian of information. And the Secretary General's office is responsible for running day-to-day activities. I do not know why the Electoral Commission provides for that chance, because at the end of the day, another person would be endorsed to carry out that task. Why would we go there? And yet we have Secretary Generals that are voted by the delegates that are trusted by the party to carry out such activities. I find it being so quixotic, and it may bring issues, serious problems, because these political parties of ours, they are actually twins with conflicts. We may disagree at some point. I'm giving an example. We may disagree at some point with the Secretary General. Now, the Secretary General endorses, and then the person that is appointed also does endorse. Now, in the event that there arises a challenge that calls for recalling that particular aspirant who writes the letter, whose signature appears there, is it the Secretary General's signature or the person who is endorsing on behalf of the party? So I would think that the Electoral Commission should just encourage the Secretary Generals to endorse these aspirants. I do not really think that the Secretary Generals are too busy to do that task. Unless there are questions, let me take those questions and then we do